Inflation, fears, tariffs. There's one person who can always set us straight. Tom Lee from Fundstrat. We're about to have him live on the show. Not literally. He's live, but he's kind of being streamed from somewhere else. But there you go. He's on the show. He's live. And we're going to listen to Tom Lee from Fundstrat. This is a really important interview. I always pay close attention to what Tom Lee says. He's got great insight. He often agrees with me. I often agree with him. You understand what I'm saying. So we've now got that interview live. So let's go over to Tom Lee. Here we go.
As I bring you into this conversation, the head of research at Fundstrat and a CNBC contributor, because he's talking about animals in hibernation, not animals dying. It goes back to this idea of uncertainty around things like trade and tariff policy, and the fact that as of right now, in the midst of that uncertainty, perhaps companies are sitting on their hands before they start to make any kind of future investments. So if that's the situation, how much does getting some sort of certainty now frame the investment thesis for how you position yourself moving forward?
I think that's exactly what's happening now, Morgan. First, in 2018, which Michael was talking about, the spike in the VIX or the collapse in investor sentiment or consumer confidence, that all happened around February 2018. So really that coincided with that first low that was made in 2018, and the market began to stage its recovery. I don't blame any business or investor for saying, look, there's so much uncertainty, I can't make a decision. I think that's why Rick Rieder's talking about animals in hibernation. But as we start to think about the second half of this year, first of all, we've already had the collapse in sentiment. We've seen $850 billion of cash raised over the past year on money market balances. And then in the second half, we're looking for possibly tax reform, which really propelled stocks in 2017. So I think that the odds of a V-shaped recovery in stocks that come after April 2 is just extremely high, because we've already sequenced a lot of the panic that people saw in 2018. I think it's already taken place.
So what would you be buying right now?
Well, to us, I think Exhibit A for a V-shaped recovery is going to be Tesla, because it's really been one of the most controversial stocks, and it's been caught in that sort of political maelstrom of Doge and Elon Musk's involvement in the White House. And I think it's already recovered more than 15%. But I think if Tesla is leading us into this bounce, that's a bull case for Mag 7 to be the group to own in the next few months.
So you like Mag 7, even though we've been talking about things like cash burn at Microsoft and all of the CapEx investments and worries about a bubble in AI spending?
Yeah, I mean, in some ways, it's been a self-amplifying downturn, right? Because we've been worried about AI as a bubble and the CoreWeave IPO at a time when we have tariff uncertainty. So I could see it as a very convenient reason why investors have actually avoided Mag 7, and it's been the group that kind of really led the downturn. But it is a cyclical trade too, because I think once investor confidence returns and they're going to start to buy stocks, the Mag 7 are not only the best companies, but they're the most liquid, and they've really derated. On top of that, I think financials and industrials look attractive as well.
What do you think it takes to see that reversal in sentiment? And we talk so much about when sentiment gets negative enough, it becomes a contrarian buy signal. So if we're there now, then what are going to be the catalysts to start to shift that confidence again?
Well, I think the focus right now is on April 2. So I think the market has a lot of myopia around getting tariffs and tariff clarity. But we know that tariffs are just one part of the administration's goal. There is reducing regulatory cost, and then there is extending tax cuts. I think as investors start to think about that for the rest of the year, that gets them quite excited. And of course, I think we have a lot of what I would call spooled energy. Investors can't stay this bearish. The VIX can't stay this anxious. There is a lot of firepower and dry powder on the sidelines. And I think businesses can't stay cautious forever. I mean, once they know the ground rules, I think they're going to actually start making decisions.
All right. Tom Lee, thank you.
Thank you.
So there was Tom Lee. We heard from him once again, some good words, and I hope you enjoyed that. Click above my head for all the links down below in the description. Over here and over here, there are more links I think you'll find useful. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other.